Let this be a warning to every single person out there who is a brand owner, who is starting a brand, big or small, that people do not like AI. And this isn't going to be a whole video based on how, look at all these crazy things AI are doing, but the way a small indie brand ruined themselves completely before they even got started because of the use of AI. And this goes for every single business. I'm not just talking makeup brands. You're opening a coffee shop, a food truck, a daycare. People can tell that you are using AI. A lot of people, fact, not just my opinion, are very much against it, and they will choose not to use your business. One, because they don't like that you've used AI, and two, because it has a cheapness about it. Don't do it no matter what brand you are. There are a few facts, right, before we get into this. AI is destroying people's lives. It's taking people's jobs. Literally, that's fact. That's literal. So when you're like, oh, all I wanted to do was make a picture of myself at the Met Gala, I'm not hurting anyone. No, you quite literally are for something that actually isn't important. No one gives a fuck what you look like if you were to be a barista at Starbucks. No one cares what ChatGPT thinks you look like as a brand. I asked ChatGPT to ask me what skin tone I am. Don't do that, please. It doesn't even fucking know either. Not only did this brand use AI, but they also decided to rip into anyone who had something to say about it. Here's the deal. Whether or not you like AI or not, again, let's put on our unsympathetic, unempathetic businessman hats. I'm a business. I want people to like our product. I like people to like us as a brand. It just happens that millions and millions of people are opposed to the use of AI. Why would I then think it's a good idea to use it? Just don't do it. It's bad for your brand's look, right? Plus all the other shit that goes with it. Here's the deal. I want to say a huge thank you to Teresa. I'll leave her link to her channel down below. Some of you probably already watch her roundups that she does. She looks at new product releases, but also gives us a bit of information about the brand, what's going on in general. It's a really good watch if you like to keep updated on brand releases, you know, things that go on around brand releases. She posted a video recently and she actually gave me the information I need today to make this video and spread the word about this further. So thank you so much, Teresa. I greatly appreciate it. So let's talk about it, right? There is a brand, I'm going to have it all up on the screen here, Makeup on Your Radar, who is an incredible page who shares lots and lots of new makeup releases, much better than Trend Mood. We use Makeup on Your Radar for my new release things. Posted some images of a eyeshadow palette that was being released. This is from a brand called Cosmopins, which isn't the best name for a brand, but whatever. And the palette is called the Sweet Dreams palette, a pixel art dreamy whale inspired palette, drifting through moonlit clouds. Coming soon. Somebody then commented on this post and said, oh, can I just say as well, this is through no fault of Makeup on Your Radar. You may look at this and not even be able to spot the AI. That's how good it's become, right? In terms of the way it makes things look. This user, Glitter Fairy Sarah, said sadly this brand uses generative AI for their covers, blocks anyone who says it's AI, and insults actual artists. Now, there's a difference between generative AI and AI, right? We won't get into that. I'm not an expert, but they are different. Now, if we look closely at this palette, we can see it's very much AI. I don't even know how to describe how you can tell something is AI. It almost has like this fuzz to it, this haze to it. Do you see what I mean? Like you can just look at something and tell it is AI. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe I'll ask AI to describe it. No, I'm joking. So we have some story posts here from Instagram. Glitter Fairy Sarah and Doodles by the Bunny posted things to their story about their interaction with this brand owner. Bear in mind, this is a brand new brand trying to make its name on like the indie makeup brand circuit. That's not right. World. Okay. I always say people judge brands now based on the way the owners of the brands behave, based on what that brand would be like. Should it be a real human being? What are their values? What do they support? What do they like to do? What's the owner like? Is the owner an arsehole? Are they very nice? A lot of people have very strong morals when it comes to where they're spending their money and who is receiving their money. So as you can see here in this screenshot, Cosmopins mentioned Doodles by the Bunny in their comment. They say, alright, I unblocked you all. After some reflection, I realized blocking potential customers is probably not the greatest business strategy. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll see the light and realize AI ain't actually that scary for product design. That said, I'm still using AI in my palette designs. It's just hitting harder than whenever goofy AI slop you've been cooking up lately. Respectfully, of course. What? That makes no sense. Okay, here's a reason why the person who posts this is an absolute fucking moron, okay? From a business perspective and as a human being. I realize blocking potential customers is probably not the greatest business strategy. When did you realize that? When did this come into realization for you? Who knows? Maybe one day you'll see the light and realize AI ain't actually that scary for product design. I personally wouldn't use ain't when I'm talking to people about a drama that's happening, whatever. But here's the deal. Any basic brand, business who can't look into the reasons, do a very basic surface level Google search as to why generative AI is destroying the world, maybe shouldn't be owning a business. Maybe doesn't quite have the business mind frame to be, you know, interacting with people, releasing products in a world where everybody fucking hates generative AI, right? Okay. In this story, the person posting the story say, I truly think this brand, Cosmopins, is that what it says? It's just a rage beta and they aren't legitimate business because there's no way a real business would engage with people like this. I think it's best not to engage with them as after they tried to follow me and started liking my post about Kyra, which felt so wrong, so I blocked him. I don't know what that relates to, but I hope there. Cosmopins send this person a message. I was planning on sending you PR too, with crying faces emojis. The person then says, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. I was just joking around with them. I didn't expect this. Insulting an artist's work is not joking around. It's nasty and childish. I'm truly embarrassed for you. Perfect response. How are you, imagine a business in your DMs insulting you. Be like, I know I was going to send you PR with crying face emojis. You are a business. You are trying to be a business. You can be personable and have that personal aspect to your brand while not insulting people all over the internet because they're angry at you for using something that is destroying the planet. Can you see the link and as to why some people might be very, very angry? This person says on their stories, I think that new emerging brand already got to block me for asking who the cover artist is. I added like this nice space to my comment to not seem passive aggressive from the get-go. So I guess we can all surely assume that the answer is be alert, guys. Here's a video of me tapping into their tag through Makeup on Your Radar. I can't find them via search as well, can't access the post on their page, all signs of them blocking me. One thing you will see a lot with makeup brands recently is people asking who has done the cover work for their makeup. Because people don't want to support people using AI, generative AI, to make their palettes. Blend Bunny, for example, always has to explain, no, we haven't used AI, we've actually used artists. I know as somebody who has worked with Blend Bunny, they hire artists. They go through and you approve every step of that art along the way, right? You don't just get a finished result. Here it is. Do you like it? Yes, I love it. You approve it and you give ideas, right? So anyway, this brand ended up replying to this person's stories. I tried to have a conversation with them, and after that, this is what happened. The brand, Cosmopins, okay, I will write an apology. I'll do it tomorrow in the morning when my head is clear. Do you take commissions? Because this person is an artist. I have my hands pretty full at the moment and I don't feel comfortable working with you. 100% after all we've seen already, just that small amount. Who knows what else they've said? At least not yet. You can go and check some other indie brands' pages who use real artists. They usually tag them when they announce palettes. Unearthly and Blend Bunny come to mind first, absolutely. You could ask those artists for any recommendations if they specifically are busy at the moment. Networking is harder but more reliable than finding artists on Upwork, Fiverr, etc. 2 websites where you can commission people to do work for you. Then the brand respond, this is exactly why I use AI. Artists are so unreliable. It's no wonder you're getting replaced. Lol. Then they said, yeah, okay, fuck you. Yeah, I agree. Fuck you. This person has, I'm assuming they are 15 years old. I'm assuming this is a 15-year-old person who has decided to make a brand the easy way. It's probably all drop-shipped crap from AliExpress that they've gone and spent barely any money on. You don't have to spend money on products when you're drop-shipping it anyway. And then they've just stuck their AI artwork on the front of this palette. They then go on to say, I'm sorry, but I have a small business to run. I can't wait for your busy schedules. AI produces art in seconds. Then they say, I don't want you to wait for me. I don't want to risk my reputation for money anyway, which they made clear in their response. Wondering what exactly you are busy with if AI does everything. That's so true. If AI is doing everything for you in seconds, what are you so busy with? With your drop-shipped, really terrible quality products? What are you so busy with there? Now, this brand, I don't know if they've deleted their Instagram, but they've had to go completely private on it, because when you search for them, nothing really comes up. They've just completely gone off the radar. And in fact, when you search for Cosmopins and then followed by the name of the palette, Sweet Dreams, the first thing that comes up is another awfully, horrendously AI-generated palette. I think it's from KBeauty called Sweet Dreams. This is the kind of shit we're looking at. You can tell it's AI. It looks cheap. It cheapens the brand. There was also a whole situation that Teresa also covered in her video, so I'll link that video down below that you can go and check out. But this is how you deal with this correctly, right? There is a brand called KBeauty, and they do some beautiful palettes. They've done some wonderful collaborations. They did a collaboration recently. They hired an artist. I believe that artist used AI generative art and didn't tell the brand. Someone recognized a piece of art on the palette and was like, that's from a famous artist or somebody who makes artwork. This is their signature thing. And it all went down. KBeauty apologized. They were like, this is what we're going to do. They reached out to the original artist. They said how disappointed they were in the artist they hired. The whole story is over on Teresa's video. But that's how you deal with it. The point in that being is, when you are using generative AI like that, it has to take the answers from someone. So it is taking quite literally from someone else's art, which we can see very clearly has happened in this example from KBeauty, right? But that's all sorted. They're all good. They donate. They came to an agreement with the brand to donate to charity. This is how you deal. Now we know what that brand stands on, what they stand for. They're against generative AI. They donated to a charity. It's all good. It's all good. What you should not do as an indie brand, one, let's forget the AI for a minute, is jump into people's inboxes, insulting them, right? I don't know why you have this arrogance about you when this is your palette, one, looking like a knockoff DreamWorks, you know, screen title. But then you say things like, this is exactly why I use AI. Artists are so unreliable. How do you mean they're so unreliable? What is your experience there with artists? Because you certainly haven't hired any to help you create this shitty palette, have you? No, because if you did, you would have had a nicer, non-obviously AI, not cheap looking palette. It looks cheap. I don't care if it's easy. I don't care if it fits into your schedule more. If you do not have the time to be making a whole brand, don't start a fucking brand. If you can't invest in an artist, if you do not have that startup money, it is very, very simple to make a very simple packaging on Photoshop and have that printed. You don't even need experience. You don't even need to pay for the free trial for a photo editing app. For an editing app. Photoshop isn't a photo editing app. That was like really undermining what it was. This is the funniest thing ever. This quote, I'm sorry, but I have a small business to run. I can't wait for your busy schedules. AI produces art in seconds. You have literally just said within these messages about the artists, about this, everything you believe when it comes to the creative and artistic industry. Makeup is a creative industry. It's an artistic industry. You have told everyone within that industry that you don't give a fuck about people potentially losing their jobs, losing out on their jobs, losing out on their livelihood, because you can use AI. You have just told a whole industry that you don't care about their careers, about their happiness, about this. And listen, even if you genuinely do not give a shit, that's not what you should be telling people as a business. You have no business owning a business or trying to start one. Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking mad with these messages? Are you insane that you think, not even just the audacity, but the mind frame to think, yeah, this is great. I have a small business to run. Even after all this, you're expecting no backlash at all. I'll be watching out for you. I will be watching out for your small business and how you run this from now on. And when you behave like this towards other people, you do not deserve success in an industry that you actually really hate. That's what I'm getting from these messages, right? This is insane, ridiculous. I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe this is even a thing that has happened. Like, literally, I'm not even gonna have if I want to start a business like this, right now from scratch with zero money, here's what to make this one palette, here's what I would do. My theme is Dream Whales, Sweet Dreams. One, I would have Googled if any other indie brand had a palette called that already. One does, so there you go. Research isn't so good either. I would come up with a name of a palette. Let's say it's Sweet Dreams. I would come up with my idea of the shades I'm going to have in a palette, these ones. What I would then do is take a black background, like in this. Maybe my new signature for this brand can be lines around the palette of the swatches of what color is in this palette, with the name of the palette in the middle or on the top with my brand underneath. You can design that for free on Photoshop. You can then, I assume you're drop shipping again, because I don't know if you've been in touch with a whatever, but I can go into AliExpress, Alibaba, make this for me, print me, this is the palette, and then they'll drop ship it to you. Someone places an order, it doesn't come to me, it goes to the drop shipping and then it gets sent out to them. You can do that right now. You can start a t-shirt business. Cups. Go on AliExpress, Alibaba. These are the cups I want, I'm gonna start a drop shipping business. Anyone can do it. Is it the best way to do things? No. Is it an okay way to start out? Sure, if you're honest about it, absolutely. But you don't need excessive amounts of budgets. When you can afford an artist, great, hire an artist. But there are very simple, classy things you can do to make a name for yourself and make a name with it. This is classless. I don't know if you think you're some kind of big person with your responses, but you look like an idiot. Genuinely, you look like an idiot, and loads of people agree. So I'm not sure what you thought you were doing here, but you haven't done that. You're not doing it, and you probably won't continue to do it, because look what you've done to your brand that doesn't exist anymore because you are a moron. All right, just had to rant there. I hate people, one, who don't think, one, who don't have brains, and two, who are just rude as fuck for no fucking reason. Listen, I'm a nice person, but when you piss me off, when you deserve somebody to call you out, then you very much deserve it. All right, let me know your opinions down below. Thank you so much for joining me. Consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. I will leave some great information down below. Sorry, I'm bleeding. In the description box of how you can tell things are AI, right? I had to watch videos on YouTube about how you could tell writing was AI, how you can tell images are AI, because it gets to a point where you have to be like, okay, now how can I tell? I'm going to leave those resources down below in the description box for you, including videos about what it does to the planet, what generative AI is versus AI that people use every day, like Google, for example, or whatever. All that information will be down below in the description box for you. Please, if you see a brand releasing an eyeshadow palette or any makeup and the artist isn't credited in any of the posts, then you need to be like, okay, who designed this for you? Okay, thank you for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.